Hey, I want to introduce you to a personal friend of mine. This is an M41-A pulse rifle, 10mm with an over and under 30mm grenade launcher. Feel the weight. What's up, Tube? Welcome to Low Guido's Chop Chop, and today I got something a little bit different for you. Nerf is not something that I review that often, if at all, but this is something a little bit special. This is the limited edition Aliens M41-A pulse rifle Nerf. Here it is in the box. The box is quite cool. It's got a lot of embossing, and it's got like the schematic of the gun on it. It's also got like simulated acid burn holes, which are actual holes in the packaging, which obviously for simulating the aliens acid that they can spit that burns through things. Very, very cool if you're a fan of the Aliens series of movies. Underneath this piece of cardboard here, you can find the blaster itself sitting there, and then looks like there's a portion which contains the different darts. It's got 10 of the standard darts and 3 of the big ones. Alright, what I might do, just get some of these out, and then I'll get this out of the box and onto the table. Alright, so I got the darts out of the box. And here's the magazine here. We've got the magazine release there. And the magazine goes in here. And you may not be able to see very well because of the camera refresh rate, but there is a LED ammo counter here. And it's reading 10 at the moment, because that's how many darts this magazine takes. So we load 10 darts into this magazine, like so, and load them in. And you'll notice when the magazine is out, the display it's blank. Put it in, it tells you how many darts are in there. I think that's a very, very cool feature. Now the way that this Nerf blaster works, there's a breech there just for clearing jams, but it works on a flywheel system. So it's got a trigger here and a trigger here. This one spools up the flywheels, and the trigger actually just pushes the dart in between the two flywheels and flicks them off in that direction. Now, I'm going to try to chrono a dart. I've never tried to chrono a dart before, but I'm going to try and chrono a dart. Alright, I've got my chrono here. It's set up for gel, so just bear with me, but see if I can get a reading. Oh, it's full auto, I just fired twice. Okay, well it actually read the darts. I'm genuinely surprised. 52 and 59 feet per second. Can you guys see that? Yeah, 52 and 59 feet per second. So it's about 50 FPS, which isn't super powerful, but for a Nerf, that's kind of cool. I'm actually even surprised I could read it on the chrono, to be honest. You'll notice I fired 2 darts. if you can read that display through the flickering of the camera. It doesn't flicker like that in real life, it's just the camera, the refresh rate, but it's dropped down to 8 on the display here. So now if I was to arc this up again, it is actually full auto. It's full auto. That's so cool. 0. 0 on the counter. It reads 0. There's none left. Now if you were to go pick up your darts, this is why I don't like Nerf, because you got to go pick up your darts. Okay, so you've picked up all 10 of your darts and you've loaded them back in there again. Slap that bad boy back in and she reads 10 on the dial again. Now, what if you've got a mag that takes more than 10 or less than 10? You can actually edit the amount of darts with these buttons. It is a super cool feature. The other thing is, if you set this to, say, 11 darts, for example, if you've got 11 darts, you take the mag out and put it back in, it's going to reload at 11 darts. So it remembers the amount you put in there, which is very cool. And also, there's the big darts. These are the big darts, and they go in your grenade launcher, and that's just muzzle loaded in the front there. I think I've already pumped this for the intro part of the video, so let's see that in action. Oh, not only does it fire the dart, but it's got sound effects. That is cool, and like most Nerf stuff, this is made of some rigid, resilient plastic. It's always a much higher quality than most of the blasters I've seen. I do want to actually try to chrono one of these big darts. Let's see what happens. Muzzle load a big dart. Pump it up, get my chrono. Let's see if we can chrono a big dart. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. If I chronoed the small one. Alright, that read as two darts. But it read them both at 38 FPS. I don't know how it read as 2, but I got a 38.3 and a 39. Still 38 FPS on a big dart is probably not that much, but you know, safety for kids. It's for kids. It's a toy, right? Actually, this isn't a toy for kids. Let's be real. This is a collector's item. This is for Aliens fans. That's what this is about. It's not really about being used in any sort of skirmishes or anything. It's just about having fun and looking cool, and it certainly does that. I do like the addition of sound effects. Does this one have a sound effect, or does it just rely on the sound of the Nerf dart itself? Oh, it does! There is actually a little shooting sound effect. I think this is the speaker here. There is actually a shooting sound effect for the darts as well. I didn't notice at first that there was a little shooting sound effect. But that's kind of cool. And it's also kind of cool that the darts are semi-automatic. I mean, fully automatic. Oh, it even gives you the click. It clicks when it's empty. That's so cool. So when it's got a dart in it, it gives you the fire sound, and then when it's got a dart in it, when it's empty, it gives you the click. Ah, okay, right. The click is relative to the counter though. So when I only loaded one dart there, it fired 10 times before it clicked. But if I load one dart, set the counter to one dart, it'll fire once and then click. That is cool. I don't know how well that shows up on video, but that's cool. That's a cool feature. I'm not really big into Nerf, but I kind of like this in that it's got these cool little electronic features, particularly this this counter. That's a cool thing. I do also like the fact that the counter's obviously integrated into the sound effects system because it knows when to click and when to make the firing sound. That is cool. Now while I kind of would like to take this apart and have a look at what's inside, this is on loan to me from a friend and it is a limited edition, so I probably won't do that tonight, but it is very cool. I do like the little electronic features that it's got, the sounds, and of course I'm a big fan of Aliens. I'm a big fan of those type of movies. Batteries in the back here. It takes quite a lot of batteries. Let's have a look. Takes a Philips number 1. Is it Philips number 1? Oh, it's quite tight. Philips number 1. Of course, safety first. Always toys have their batteries screwed in because we don't want kiddies getting in there and accessing the batteries. There is 4. They C's? C's. 4 C-size batteries. That is some beef. Most of the Nerfs I've seen run AA's usually. They run a bunch of AA's. 4 C-size batteries, so that's quite a bit of power in that. I don't know, because I'm not a Nerf expert, I don't know if 50 FPS is a normal Nerf kind of power, or if that's like more powerful than usual, but it does seem to have some hefty amount of batteries in there, so probably quite powerful. I know that some people do like to do upgrades on the Nerfs, like upgrading the internals and that sort of stuff, so I would love to have a look inside, but like I said, I'm not going to take that journey tonight because this isn't mine, it's on loan, and right now I'm just appreciating it for what it is. Alright, well I think that's it from me. Take a lovely look at this fine piece of blaster history, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.